Before we start, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to my current channel supporters, who are Elijah Perry, Common CJ, Keo Cartoons, and Noah Wizbios. Thanks for supporting the channel, and if you would like to as well, click the join button below. Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64, and welcome back to Sonic Robo Blast 2. It's been quite a while, but this channel has done a lot with this game over the years. Mostly mod showcases, some live streams, and full playthroughs here and there, I'm sure you remember. But today I'm coming to you to show off one of the coolest mods I've ever seen for this game. That, of course, being X-Sonic. This one features Sonic from Sonic X in Sonic Robo Blast 2 with a host of new abilities that are, admittedly, very difficult to master, but extremely fun to play with. And you're probably also wondering, if it's Sonic X Sonic, why don't they call him Sonic X Sonic? Well, my dear viewer, people might get the wrong idea. Now, this mod has a ton of stuff going on with it, so I instead decided to record all of that ahead of time so we could watch it back and I could explain things instead of going all crazy in the head and not being able to have my train of thought be properly construed. I'm sure you understand, so let's get into it. Here we are, it's the man himself, Sonic from Sonic X, looking as beautiful as the day we lost him. If you're wondering what this level is, this is actually part of the X Pack, which is another set of things that you can download along with this mod on a different page, but I'll leave both links for you, don't worry. This will show you how to use Sonic's abilities, such as the Zip Dash, and as you can see, not the easiest thing in the world, but as you're running with the Zip Dash, it's kind of like a boost. It'll destroy enemies, you'll go underneath obstacles, and you'll climb up small ledges. And if you let go of the button while you're doing the Zip Dash, Sonic will then slow down, do this slide, and you're able to go around corners, and when it works, oh my gosh, does this feel good. Like, I know you're seeing me flounder here. This is because I'm still trying to get the hang of it. As you can see here, the skidding mechanic is super unique. Like, this is basically what the drift wishes it could be. The Zip Dash is also very good for launching yourself from a jump. So instead of spin dash jumping, we now have Zip Dash jumping, and I think it's even crazier, to be honest. The Zip Dash also lets you run up walls depending on how fast you're going during the Zip Dash. This is going to break the game wide open, basically. It's pretty much like playing a flying character or a climbing character, except you have a lot more at stake, because you need to actually be going fast to gain the benefits of it. This is the part, however, that really tripped me up, and from what I've seen my friends playing and talking about this mod, this also is a thing that gives them a bit of trouble. But once you get, like, the rhythm, it's not that bad. If you press the jump button, as soon as you zip dash into a wall in the air, you will do a perfect wall jump. This is, obviously me failing over and over again because I'm not getting the timing correctly, but I think pretty soon we should flip over to me getting it correct. Here we go. And this is what it looks like when you know what you're doing. Very nice. So you can do that anywhere there are two parallel walls. This man doing his best Mario impression, and it feels so good. Now, what's this? It seems like this peaceful simulation for training has been infected by Eggman's dumb bots. Fortunately, if you remember the intro to Sonic X, you'll remember him jumping all over enemies like it ain't no problem. This is what we call the zip dive, I think. I probably just misremembered that, but it's close enough. Now you can take out enemies in style with a homing attack or a swift kick if you press the spin button as soon as you make contact with an enemy. This also works on stage elements, and these bumpers and balloons will give you a ton more height when you use it on them. And of course, that was me not looking to the left and having terrible peripheral vision. You think at 28 I wouldn't be having so much eye trouble, but, you know. And finally, this is perhaps the craziest ability that X-Sonic has. We have the Ring Burst, which in Sonic X, we frequently see Tails shoot Sonic a ring, just one, and then he's able to basically go sicko mode. It even sounds like it did in the 4Kids dub of Sonic X, but you can change that in the options menu that I'll show you later. Once you collect a power ring, just like in Sonic X, Sonic is able to do this for a limited amount of time, as you can see in the top right corner, but normally it'll just deplete your rings rapidly. So those 54 rings I have will start getting sucked down the drain like I'm Super Sonic. But to be honest, this feels better than Super Sonic. I'm feeling like a super duper Sonic right now, as you can see. And there you go, dismount, survive, and absolutely no trouble from here on out, except gravity seems to be bullying me for whatever reason. I was very confused about that in the moment, and I still am. But that's the end of the tutorial stage, so we're gonna head over to a very familiar, yet dreadful location. I'm just kidding, it's not a dreadful location. It is dreadful if you see this fella standing outside, like the signpost he is. Gosh, I sure wish he didn't talk this much in the actual show. Yeah, I'm talking about you, buddy boy. Yeah, come on, Sonic, emote on him. Yeah, buddy! And I'm sure you remember the pool scene from the first episode of Sonic X. Sonic gets thrown into this pool with no hope of survival because that spring wasn't actually there. And the man cannot run underwater because there's no traction. Very sorry, he did not make it. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, hey, Amy! And here we have X Station, yet another level that you can access through the X Pack. This is a wide open area where you can start practicing your moves and sort of experiment with things, such as the speed shoes, which give you this awesome little spin dash effect on Sonic's legs, just like he had in the show. It even plays the song from the show, instrumental version, so hopefully 4 kids or, you know, the ghost of them doesn't come after me. And here I am just experimenting with more of the ring burst, and you can see in the background some 4 kids clips on that big screen. No audio, of course, because of the aforementioned copyright. And oh god, Sonic, look out! Here's that settings menu I was talking about. If you hold custom 3 and then press this button, you can change Sonic's color, you can turn off the custom HUD, make Sonic mute, like the good old days, and you can have your tutorial text on screen along with changing things like co-op and PvP, ring burst sound effect, and some accessibility options. Gotta love that. Thank you very much for letting me turn off screen shake. It kinda makes me nauseous sometimes. Now, the biggest feature of this mod. Not only do you have Supersonic, you have Dark Supersonic from Sonic X. That thing that was in about maybe 3 minutes of the entire show and everyone collectively lost their minds over for the rest of time. Throughout the levels, and even custom stages as well, you can fulfill these little objectives in certain locations. You're able to find these planet eggs housing the Dark Emeralds, or the fake emeralds, whatever you want to call them. You'll have to do this little objective, which can range from having a certain amount of score, to having a certain amount of rings, lives, continues, or enemies killed. And once you fulfill that requirement, you're able to take that Chaos Emerald into your collection. But what's gonna happen when we get every single one? Well, why don't we take a quick intermission and see what happens when you have all of the normal Chaos Emeralds. Supersonic, you need 100 rings and all the emeralds. And then you just get peak existence. Like, are you seeing this? He looks exactly like he did in the show, but with the style of SRB2. And he's kind of ridiculous. He's got all these frickin' Dragon Ball Z moves you can use on enemies, and, honestly, running around on foot and using the ring burst as Supersonic. You are the ultimate life form. I don't have any other way to paint it, really. That's not the coolest feature of Supersonic in this mod, though, because going above and beyond even further, Supersonic in co-op can do this.
Can't see shit!
Alright, so one of these buttons makes me go up, one of them makes me go down, and the others make me attack.
Yeah.
Okay, Blue Boy's gonna explain. They're gonna explain while we're fighting. It's like a tutorial.
Boosting into your opponent custom 1 will punch them. So I think I need, that's what I gotta do. I gotta change my custom 1.
Okay, how about we both figure out how the controls work and then we'll kill each other?
Yeah.
You guys got Sparking Zero early?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's basically a Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi game where you have this big 3D arena, and of course there are more arenas than just this one, but this is what we chose, where you can duel your friends to the death using these crazy Super Saiyan moves. I don't know what else you would really want from something like this, but wouldn't have expected it to go this hard, but it does. And speaking of going hard, Dark Sonic, yeah, let's take a little look-see at that. Have 50 rings, spin, and he doesn't look too different so far. Looks a little angry. Oh. Alright, looks like that was a bit of overkill, Sonic. It's just one badnik. See, the gimmick here is that Dark Sonic has ridiculous combat moves, and over time, as you overkill more enemies, the screen will begin flashing, the screen will begin shaking, and Sonic will transform into an even more fierce state. And as you can see here, I don't know how much more fierce you can get than this. I'm basically teleporting around the stage at a moment's notice, homing on to enemies and destroying them before they even understand what's happening. And right up ahead, we've got the craziest form. This is max power Dark Sonic, I believe. And these badniks just really don't deserve this. I don't even think the animals are being spared at this point, because, like, overkill 7? Overkill 15? What else is there left to kill? There's not even gonna be a body left to bury, dude! God, look at this magnificent son of a bitch. Oh. I wish Sega would go this hard. Like, we had Frontiers. Could you imagine Frontiers sequel with something like this? Speaking of which, 3D models also are now available, so you can see this guy in probably the sickest fashion imaginable. Like, I don't even know how you top this. That looks so cool in 3D, because they kept every feature of X Sonic that looked cool in 2D, but translated it to 3D perfectly. God, what a force of nature. And a lovable jester at the same time. Of course, Base Sonic and Super Sonic also have support for 3D models, and it's really up to you what you prefer. I really like the sprite look of SRB2, but I do not shy away from using the models here and there because it does make it feel like a totally different game sometimes. And of course, we have to show Super Sonic again, but this time in the glorious third dimension. This is the last thing I got for you today, though. So if this looked cool to you, I want you to go check out the description and download this mod and try it out for yourself. You will not regret it. Though it does take a little bit of practice to actually feel like you're not smashing into walls all the time. So don't give up if you don't get it at first. It takes some time, just like all things in life. And lastly, sorry I'm not on camera anymore, I forgot to record this, I would like to say, if you want to see some expertly done gameplay of this mod, please go check out my friend Evan Mardiculous's channel, because he's been playing this like crazy lately. If you want to see someone who actually knows what they're doing, as opposed to my gameplay here, please click the card up in the corner of the screen. But that's going to be all for today, so if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow Twitter, and join my Discord, because I do so many things, or a lot of things, or whatever, I don't know. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my current supporters, who are Elijah Perry, Common CJ, Keo Cartoons, Noah Wizbios, Nean, Danny Lee Dauber, Caster of Dreams, Jeremy, Dax, Faye, Minty, Mega Traffic Cone, Ty Little Tech Guy, Crystal, and everyone who's supporting me in the $1 tier as well. Thank you so much for helping me continue doing what I love doing, and if you'd like to get your own shoutouts and help these videos continue to come out at a rapid pace, please go ahead and click the join button below the video, and you'll get all sorts of perks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.